Hey guys, in today's video, we're gonna go over one simple trick that you can use to get faster chord changes on guitar. So let's dive into that right now. Now, when it comes to playing chords on the guitar, one of the things that we all jump into in the very beginning is how to do strum patterns. But one of the most difficult things with playing strum patterns is actually changing your chords on time. For example, to take a G chord like this and change to D, and to do that without stopping can be pretty difficult for a lot of people, especially when you're just starting out. And so this one trick is going to make that change a whole lot easier for you. And not just between G and D, between any chords that you play. And it's going to make your chord changes smoother. And it's going to make it so that you can change chords more smoothly no matter what chords you're playing or how fast the song is. But this is particularly useful for faster songs. So let's take a really simple chord progression. We're just gonna do E minor, C, G, D, and I'm going to use this strum pattern that I'm popping up here on the screen for you. And that chord progression with this strum pattern is gonna sound like this. Now, when you're playing a chord progression like that with a strum pattern like that, the most difficult thing is to do your upstroke on the end of 4 and then change to the next chord and get to it and hit it on 1. So here's what we're gonna do to make this really simple. What we're gonna do is on that very last upstroke of the measure, which is the and of 4, we're going to let our fingers off the strings so that they can start changing and have that extra half of a beat to change to the next chord. So here's how that will sound. It's a very slight difference, but by letting go of the strings on that last upstroke, just gives your hands a little bit more time to make that change and to make it smoother, especially when you're playing faster tempos. If you play this really slow and you go like this, you can hear it a lot more doing it slowly, but when you're playing it fast, it kind of blends in with everything. Now, here's the cool thing. Not only does this make things easier for you, it does get used on records. For example, Warning by Green Day, which is I've done a video about how to play it. This uses it in it. What you're doing is you're playing A, D, and G, but what you're doing is you're letting up on the last stroke. So you're playing down, up, and you're letting go of the strings on that last up. And so that is a real world example of somewhere where this has been used in a song that was actually on the radio. I just say that because one time I had a college professor say that it was murder to do this, and it's not. It sounds a little bit sloppy if you're gonna be perfectly technical about everything, but one, it still sounds good if you're playing it right, and 2, it gets used by people all the time. 3, it makes it easier. And the confidence that comes with having faster and smoother chord changes just by letting go of one upstroke is worth it to me for you to do that, because one of the biggest problems for most beginner guitar players is feeling like I can't do this or this is too hard. And I would rather that you feel like I can totally do this. And this one little trick of just letting up for half a beat is really going to help you do that. So whatever chord progression you're doing, as long as you're playing eighth notes, just let your fingers up on that last upstroke on the and of 4 if that's where you're playing, and that's going to give you more time to change. So I hope that is useful for you, and I hope that that makes your chord changes faster and easier. Now, if you're just starting out on guitar and you want to make sure that you get a good start and you can actually play real music, then I have another gift for you as well as the tip from today's video. If you go to my website at simpleguitar.com/top10, there I have a guide for you called the top 10 things to learn on guitar first. And it's 10 things I teach beginners to get them playing way more musical sounding stuff a lot faster. And it's not just playing stuff. It's like also how to use your amp, how to watch your right hand so that your picking hand develops. Most guitar players don't pay attention to their picking hand. They watch their fretting hand the whole time, right? And so there's a lot of good stuff in there. It's 17 pages going through all 10 of those points, and it's yours for free. It's my way of saying thank you for watching today's video. So go to simpleguitar.com/top10, download the top 10 things to learn on guitar first guide for free. Use the tip today to make your chord changes faster, and I will catch you in the next video.